Welcome to this edition of the Rhody Reporter. I'm your host for this segment, Susan Wynn. Today, let's shine a light on a tidbit of legislation that snuck through the Rhode Island Senate almost unnoticed. At the very end of every legislative session, there is a flurry of bills which fly through the approval process and onto the governor's desk. Senate Bill 803 Sub A seems to have been one of these pieces of stealth legislation. Innocuously titled an act relating to cities and towns, this little beauty strips local authority for permitting large developments on certain tracts of land from the municipality and moves it up to Smith Hill. Of great concern is that the Senate version was sponsored by Senate President Dominic Ruggiero and has already been endorsed by House Speaker Nick Mattiello. With parentage of that sort, the fix is definitely in on this one. Apologists for this proposed legislation will tell you it's all about the onerous delays that have befallen the Fane Tower project in Providence. The Senate President contends that these unbearable delays in permitting for this prospective new landmark building were all brought about by a sluggish city bureaucracy. The Providence zoning and planning boards are said to be waiting for a signal from the mayor's office that the developer has made peace with the city administration. Proponents of stripping Providence of this authority wail and moan that the delays have jeopardized the very construction of the project altogether. With that sort of hyperbole being bandied about, it seems like the developer may have made peace with the General Assembly as a less costly method of getting permission to start the work. So once again, the titans are clashing. The earth between the State House and City Hall is shuddering with the force of their combat. Sadly, that also means that the hard-working, tax-paying men and women of Little Rhody are scurrying for cover lest they become collateral damage. In the chaos of deciding who's going to pay off whom, the most important unintended consequence may be the abridgment of the Rhode Island Constitution. Your Rhody Reporter humbly apologizes for being such a stickler for detail. But Article 13, Section 4 of the founding document for our state laws seems to prohibit this usurpation. Don't you just hate when that happens? So the legislature is casting all legal caution to the wind during the hailstorm of the closing hours of the current session. Procrastination, or worse, has brought the process of issuing permits in Providence to a standstill again. And the rule of law seems to be the first casualty of politics as practiced by our elected leaders. Is this any way to run a state?